Little topic for the day. Sorry for the tardiness. I was doing a little. You know, hey, we here. We're going to do this live because, I was looking at someone's page at the time, and I seen something that reminded me that I didn't converse on the situation because since the man became president, Donald Trump, he became president. He said he's going to get to work. And I did a little quick research. I'm like, damn, the agency is moving. So over some 400 some arrests was done took place in a short period of time. And is it good or bad? So we're going to be talking about the immigrants, the immigration situation that's going on, that Trump is attacking off the rip. He wants to get a victory. He want to get a quick victory as he come into office. He want to use something. It's like Joe Clark coming into the school, and he needs an example. He needs to make someone an example. So right now he's going to use this immigration situation for a quick victory. This immigration situation. This is what your president Donald Trump is going to use right now as a quick get up in his candidacy. In the first quarter, he want to get victories. He want to be a winning president. So he's going to use this immigration situation to his advantage. Over 400 some arrests. And what I'm saying, they're going to constantly say, these are the bad people, these are bad people. There's going to be a lot of other individuals who not so bad, but they're going to be in the mix as well. And so, yeah, so he's working. Is it good or bad? And that's the topic. Is it good or bad? I got some reading I got to do, so what I'm saying, I actually went and picked up some glasses, so I'm actually in the house. I can read comments better now. I can see the live stream better. So over 400 some arrests has took place, with the border patrol and immigration law enforcers. They're doing their thing right now. What I'm saying, they snatching people up, and those who speak English, they speaking, giving praise to Obama and giving praise to Biden for what they've done, by opening the borders to these folks. But are they really bad people? Or are they really bad guys? That's the question right now. So that's my question right now. Is Trump really putting that work in? Trump really is about to stump the yard, and folks don't understand that when he do stump this yard, you better be prepared for one way or the other. And so you need to be getting yourself together, getting active, you're getting involved, trying to make a difference, or it's going to be a steamrolling situation, and you're going to feel like you're a victim because you have been attached to victimhood for so long. So being attached to victimhood for so long, trust me, it builds a certain type of stigma around you where you think that you are so entitled to so much. And then when it starts being moved around, you're going to feel as if you're being personally attacked. So it's important for these next 4 years, 5 years, 8 years, 10 years. We have like a 10-year plan as people, and we realize that is the beginning of the end, basically, because when we look at the AI, proposal and what's going on with AI and wanting to be the top ones in AI, the future for, common work is really about to come to an end. You know what I'm saying? Then you're not even needed to mop up in the supermarket because of AI robots. So where it is right now, like we say, they're doing some work, they're putting the work in. He put what type of work is it? Good work for the people? Is it bad work for the people? You have to determine what end of the market you're going to be in. You know what I'm saying? They talk about the market of diversity, equity, and inclusion. You have to decide which part of the market you're going to be part of. That that sounds like something to organize around. You know what I'm saying? That sounds like something to organize around. The blueprint is all over the table. It's called legislation. And once we understand what type of legislation is all out there, all across the board, then we know what we need to focus on to rally around. And that's where the money's at. Okay, folks? So we about to see a rabbit hole open up in front of us in like a reality TV form if we really wake up to the reality TV that's happening. So over 400 some arrests for immigrants, whether they Haitian, they Ecuadorians, Guatemalans, wherever they from, they all being snatched up. And what's spooky is that all of them that they keep always kind of say, oh, out of 400 though, but you know, we don't know who's good people. We don't know who the college students are. They ain't talk about who college students that they snatched up out of school. You know what I'm saying? They just always want to talk about the M13s and the bag person and the person putting guns in mouths. But when you listen to it, it's like, damn, these people is laid up in our streets, in our communities, individuals who sound like America's most wanted. And it's just dropped off here. It's like, what kind of deal was made? That's what I really want to know. I really want to know what type of deal was made with the governments, within underground agencies. What type of deal is being made to have such critters creeping through the streets? Because that sounds like nothing but critters, you know what I'm saying? And they are just out there in the thousands and the millions and of our own folks. You understand? Of our own people in our own lands. And then what type of deal was made to bring these critters and bring and dump them into the communities in which already have it? We already have that market. Why put more to the market? And that's the secret that I'm talking about. Putting more to the market, because in the movie Brothers, Four Brothers, it was with Marky Mark. It was, you know, the two guys and the Outcast dude. You know what I'm saying? The movie, and was it Tyrese? Yeah, Tyrese. The movie Four Brothers. When the guy said, he said, you know, you gotta get, you know, why didn't you get out of state shooters? How are you gonna get people from town to do the shooting? You should get out of state shooters. You gotta understand that to have out of country criminals, and they already are, you know, criminals who probably was in prison. Like you know, I like to do a little conspiracy here and there. Okay, I like to do a little conspiracy here and there. And so my conspiracy here and there is, you know, open up the gates of prisons from other countries and secretly bring them through, transport them into another branch of life. You know, it's like the second chance, but you're nobody. You indispensable, but you're going to be working in an underground movement. And so when you look at, you know, on the government, you know, you see so much corruption in governments, and you see them in movies, you know what I'm saying? You see it all the time. So let's just say it's a reality. And there are individuals who make sure that they get criminals from other countries. Not just a few, I'm talking about underground movements. You know what I'm saying? Slavery don't just disappear. It's many forms of slavery. So when you have a system that needs people who do not even matter in the country, they don't even exist, but they're part of an underground operation, you can imagine the creeps and critters that they have creeping through our streets, who just so happen who have habits, and they got a little bit too drunk, and they fell out of line, fell out of place, and committed crimes in our communities, and now blowing their spot up. But they've been here. This been going on. This immigration problem is not something that's an underground movement as well. It's not something new. It's an operation that's been going on for a long time. It's like a mafia type of shit, a Scarface type of shit. Is well bigger than what you can imagine, folks. That's why, you know, they had so many quick arrests, because they already know where the people are. They've been following the situation. This is not something that's new. For them to make that many arrests, they already know what they targeting. It's just building, waiting for the right time, waiting for the right people. This is operation. They make money just sitting there watching, analyzing these folks. They have secure jobs, okay, within in the system. So whether the operation is 30 days or operation is 3 years, they have funding that funds these operations. Knowing who people are, knowing what they're doing, seeing how far the rabbit hole goes. This operation has been going on for 10 years. So this immigration problem is something that we really don't know the depthness and the deepness of it. And there's many different layers to it, like a cake. I'm tying in the government with the immigration itself right now. That's what I'm doing right now. So you have all different forms of it, but is it a problem? Do it need to be eradicated? We really truly don't know. But me, I had to leave up out of New York because I seen it happen. I seen the problem occurring. I seen it coming. When a man can't make money in his own community and really truly have to really compete with people don't even speak the language, that's an issue. That's a problem with me. And we are so brainwashed to turn the cheek to our black men, and that's the other major issue. The fact that we turn a blink eye to our black men, and we would quickly support a Spanish mommy, Spanish woman from Honduras who don't even speak the language, but she would get the love and respect faster than the black man. So that lives in this country. So where it's at is like we really must tackle it no matter what. And we need tough people to tackle tough issues, because tough issues are not something that weak people can really have real input on, because they're actually too weak to understand it is a problem. Now, sadly, it might be your cousin, it might be your brother, it might be your now. Where is that? When you looking at crime, when you truly looking at the crime statistics, and you really have the real crime statistics, and you looking at all the background checks of the folks, the data, you'd be surprised that it's a shitload. It's more than 50% of out of towners. You understand? Going back to what I'm saying, like out of town shooters. There's plenty more out of towners that's committing the atrocity crimes, the crazy crimes in this country. And so once you can dissect that issue, you realize like, damn, this is a major problem. But as long as you don't really analyze this, and you don't have the real statistics, and you don't know what's really going on, or you don't even care because you know it's not an issue in your mind, you ain't thinking about it. But there's a difference when your job is not just to think about it, but it's one of the main issues that come across your table. And so most people are speaking from it from a level of them not really truly thinking about it, analyzing, understanding it, knowing what's the real history and know what the real background is. And they just really talking from well, my cousin is this, my auntie is this, my brother is this, or my stepbrother is this. It's like once you really realize that the way you looking at a issue is not the way the issue really is, because you're not looking at it from perspective of having it really placed in front of you. And this has to be legislation that you got to really build on. Well, if you just a person who just venting on this issue, venting on the topic, if you just, because a lot of people is really venters, they venting on the situations, they giving their point of view, their perspective, but it's really just a vent on the situation, because they might be tied into somebody who for example, who's LGBT, who who's, you know, a minority, as they say, you know, oh, I have black friends, you know, oh, I have white friends, oh, people not bad, you know what I'm saying? You might be venting on the situation, but you don't have the whole data in front of you, where you're looking at statistics, you're looking at this, you're looking at the ratios, you're looking at the breakdown, the the prediction. This is even deeper when, you know, you have the stats really in front of you. And I'm saying that immigration is an issue when we don't have the right love already within the country that we live in. So of course immigration is going to be an issue. And for people who don't really understand that, you blind. You got to understand that we don't have the proper love, the proper diversity, the proper equality in our own country, the own lands, that the majority of the people who look and speak and act the same way as you, they call themselves Americans, just like they call themselves this, they call themselves that, Russian, Chinese, Asian, Japanese, they call themselves all whatever they call them. And here over this land right here, this is what the people call themselves. And we don't have the proper anything right now here. So for you not to think that immigrants is going to make it a little worse, and it's not going to make it no better. I'll put it to you like that. There's no way that the immigrant issue is going to make these lands better, unless it's real slavery, which is taking place. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. There's a function that's going on that they trying to control, and it's not really for the good. That's what you guys got to understand. It's for the takeover. It's for a takeover that y'all don't see. I know. Like I say, some Africans who's building homes for people who to come from other countries to work. Like what you know that we don't know. We've been talking about this for a while, and I've seen it happen. So what I'm saying to you is like this is rabbit hole is deeper than what you can imagine. The immigration situation is a major issue. And as long as they're going to be using these are the bad guys, these are the bad guys that we coming after. These are bad guys, and you know, real bad people, you know, who committed horrible crimes in their country, who's now here, and we got to send them back. Maybe they right. Maybe they right. Because we already know what we have already in these lands in which we live. We have some people who's walking the streets, who committed some horrible crimes, who's really still committing crimes and never got, who's not getting caught now because they know how not to get caught, but they still out there in the streets doing street things. We have our own issues, let alone to have others really come. Now, I'm not even trying to say that that's the big and broader part, but I'm just saying that if that is a situation, that's a mega situation. When you look at every state, every major hood, every major city, and not just the hood, but every major community that is a target for a crime to be committed. This is not just about crime, but this is also about population control. This is a lot of things going on. But you know, like I say, is Trump working though? And will he be working? Is he working, and will he be working? Is it good or bad for the people? That's the question. Is it good or bad? And if it isn't good for the people, what's your solution? What's your suggestion for building a solution? See, like I say, my platform is not to really vent. My platform is for us to discuss, open up the door, and start making solutions off the door, off the rip, right from the door. If AI is like something that we need to be investing time and money and interest in, let's talk about it. But if we have a fear that AI is going to take away your jobs, you know what I'm saying? It's going to take away human jobs, then we must prepare. Should we be? There were so many people saying that we should invest in AI now. You know, invest in AI stocks. That's what makes the build up is psyching the people up to believe something which now gives them people who needs it the funding. like a Umar Johnson, hype up the people to make it don't believe that there's black schools that's needed to be planted all over, like seeds all over the planet, even the moon, amongst the stars, and he must be in control. And so he hyped the people up enough to invest in it, and they invest in it. That's what happened with all major products. AI. That's what happened with Apple. You know what I'm saying? That happened with the computer. That everybody, they get your money and you invest in it, then they become a powerhouse. That's the way it works. And as long as they can deliver, they will deliver. So now they delivering on AI. Is that going to take away? You know what I'm saying? Is that the new immigrant? Is artificial intelligence the new immigrant? Invading your lands, invading your homes, invading your communities, invading your space. The bugs, the high intellect that's in your pocket, able to pick up your voice, able to manipulate your voice to be used for whatever purpose it needs to use it for, that you have no idea and control, because AI is deep. The rabbit hole of AI is extremely deep. There's many jobs created from AI programming and programmers and directors and people who the manipulators and movers. You know, this is serious. The AI. Oh yeah, even when you get arrested, they have the little AI things that that you got to put your eyes into the thing and look in it so they can scan your eyes. Got to put the glasses on. Got to put the specs on. They're going to deliver scans of your eyeballs. Data sent to Donnie's coming. Okay, family first films. They're going to deliver scans of your eyeballs. You guys got to really watch the movie Minority Report. In the movie Minority Report, all what that we talk about is already there. It's in the movie. It's already in real reality. It's just getting the right people to so believe in it, be well invested into it, making hundreds of millions of dollars off it, billions of dollars off it from the top higher level, who got the people believing in it. And now it's coming out, saying everything's going to come out in from 2025 to 2028. The high level intelligence that we have is really going to show itself. Do you already see the skies? You see it. You see, wait, is this a drone? Is this aliens? What's this? What's taking place? Saying the illusion is AI. The AI of illusion is amongst us. Is it good or bad? Is he pushing it? Is he promoting it? Is he making millions and millions to billions behind it? You know what I'm saying? Like 4 years ago, 3 years ago, somebody told me to invest in a couple of stocks, and I realized it was like AI stock. I was like, nah, I'm good. No, I'm good. Is AI the new takeover? Is AI the new immigrants? Artificial intelligence. Is artificial intelligence the new immigrant? See, people don't understand how deep this rabbit hole is, And these people are going to be pushing it because they are behind this market. They're making a crap load of money. And as long as the people think that it's good. But what type of control is coming from this? What type of control is coming from this? Whether it's good or bad, what type of control is coming out of this? Diversity, equity, and inclusion. It's funny because your boy Vivek, saying he always was using, just knowing the Constitution and knowing the amendments and just knowing the history and knowing so much things as being an immigrant. They have to know this stuff, taking the tests and coming in, and as much millions of people that's in this country who don't know of it. We should have a fair chance and a better chance to get, because we know these things that they don't know, and this their country. He was talking that talk and walking that walk real hard, stumping the yard, you know what I'm saying? Diversity, equity, and inclusion, and it kind of backfired. So But yet and still, we are in trouble in many ways, and we are blessed in many ways. All we have to do is really open up the door to learn, to know more, to be more educated on what this country is for us as people here. You know what I'm saying? It's important for us black folks especially to become more educated on the lands in which you live, the resources, the laws. Know how we must organize around all this. You know what I'm saying? It's not really just an individual thing no more. It's more so of a collective community project. That's what I'm saying. Once you look at everything that's across the table right now, that this president have across his table, this new old administration that's coming in, that's the big bad boogeyman to politics, to the world. Once we know what's on the table, we know what we need to really organize and unify and show respect, unity, love, and engage in empowerment on. That was just the rules of life right now in which the land that we live on. So we got to know how to finesse it to our ability. That's what I'm trying to get us on right now. As long as they're going to be working, we have to be working. And if you fear the work that they have, then we must know what they are working on. And from there, we must really organize and get our act together. Turtle said, the little civilians you have to get over it, there's laws. The little civilians you have to get over it, there's laws. So Turtle saying there's laws that's about to be implemented. That's what I'm saying. It's on the table. These are things, these are laws, this is the legislation that's already on the table that this new but old administration is going to be tackling. Whether it's going to be good or it's bad, that's what I'm asking you. And if it's good or if it's bad, we must be prepared for all sides. We must know what we must be doing. We must know what's on the table and know how we're going to operate as it's moving on, or as it's moving. We must know what's going on as it's moving. We must know what's happening as it's moving, because like I said, it will affect you. It will affect your community. I watched it come decades ago. I really watched it come decades ago. And as it's really here full-fledged, is who they have in office, who they have in power to really deal with it on the levels that they want it to be dealt with. The little civilians who have to get over it, there's laws. So these customs, these borders, the Homeland Security, Homeland Security. But like I say, when you talk about human beings, that's one thing, but it's AI, the new immigrants that's sneaking right across the borders. It's sneaking right across your streams. It's sneaking right across your posts. It's in your bedroom. This AI, it's the new immigrants. It's all across your borders. It took over your privacy. It's in your homes. You know what I'm saying? So what is AI for the future when they have a tech in the White House? They have a true techie in the White House. They have a person who's designed a NASA in the White House. Where is AI going? He put together the electric cars. He got spaceships out in the sky, rockets out in the sky. Where is AI going? What meeting are they putting together? Like I said, this is the new border patrol that you got to pay attention to. AI is the new border patrol that we need to be focused on, because they are crossing the level of privacy at a high level, because like I say, it's happening right before your eyes. And as long as it's cool for you and you don't see it as a problem, you say that this is the way life goes this way. Well, how long we have before you start complaining about this new form of immigration we call AI? Because These folks are not turning back. They're moving forward. Mad Max in full effect. He said, we're going to dig, 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 dig. We got oil here. We got oil. And this man is going to dig, dig. You talk about funny movies that like The Rock was in. I forgot the name of the movie, Roundup, or it was, when he was rounding, he had to go get the kid, which was the gangster's son, some shit like that. And he's trying to treasure hunt, trying to find the big old medallion thing. And then you had the white guy there. He had the slave system going on. He had that major slave system going on, digging and digging and digging. Folks, Trump said we're going to dig. So as they digging and getting the oil and bringing back the riches of the Texans back in the days, we got to be prepared. We got to really know what's going on, because we don't know what's really going on. When I say that we don't know what's really going on, who's going to be completely affected by us dropping these AI jobs, or not only AI jobs? I'm talking about building these electronic cars. Who's going to really be affected? Or is it really now just going to be a game they playing because they control both sides? I don't know. That electronic shit is going to still rock, because you got this developer in the office. You know what I'm saying? You got these billionaire developing office. There's going to be so much confrontation in there. Everything's going, bro. How you going to have Tesla, the person who designed electronic cars in office, and then you talk about we're going to dig oil. It's about oil. It's about oil. Like I say, they are in control of this situation to the highest level, folks. They're going to have you switching and confusion on all different sides of the markets at all times right about now. You're going to be investing in this. You're going to be investing in that. We talk about the rich. They're going to be investing here, then they're going to be losing over there. They're going to be losing. It's how they want to control this shit. Is this the new immigrants that we got to watch? This is what I'm trying to tell you. The new immigrants is AI. Because they're going to be moving like Border Patrol. They're going to be playing with the people intelligence, but people's money's tied into this shit. I don't know. We got to watch this whole situation, but we can't just watch it. We have to be involved. We got to know what's going on. We have to be ready, whether it's good or bad. I personally don't think it's going to be so bad. It might be horrible. It might be awesome. It might be good. It's all how this world is going. I don't know which way the people in this world want to go. But you right about now, you have people in office that will sway whichever way they need to sway to profit. And it's going to be this way for a long time, folks. Be prepared for the next 12 years. Be prepared for the next 12 years. Your Democrats, you like I say, your folks is not looking good. Because the people that's in office has a different type of power. A different type of power. And as long as they move together, they're going to be able to maximize on whatever it is that they're trying to do. And we, the people, just got to be ready on all ends to play this game to win. That's the secret, to play the game to win. So we got to know what's on the table, and we got to create our structure amongst it. Guerrilla warfare, the boardroom table of the president. That's where we at right now in time in life. We got a guerrilla warfare, the boardroom table of the president. Whatever he has on the table, we must guerrilla warfare to make it work for us. So therefore, we have to know how to utilize it, not make confusion and be angry. Figure out how we're going to utilize everything. That's what I really want to get to understand, because whether it's going to be good or bad, it's going to happen. and we must figure out how to utilize it to our advantage. How many people was really mad about these people being sent back to their country? Well, utilize it and do something about it, but utilize it and do something about it in a way that is profitable. That's what I'm trying to say. This is the profit season of life because you have billionaire president, billionaire cabinet, billionaire everything. We know this one of the richest presidential 4 years ever. That's the best way I can put it. This is one of the richest 4 years of a president in our history, with power, with things already in place and already in position, with the plans for the future for the next 20 years, with the blueprints of the future for the next 20 years. They already got the future plans for the next 20 years here, where they already talk about Mars. So in these 4 years, we're going to have more conversation about Mars. Is this AI really to the next level? This new immigrants that's coming to our communities and really took over and to the next level that we can talk about Mars in this next 4 years. I wish I had my iPad ready, but it'd be nice to know what's Trump plans for Mars in the next 4 years. How about I say I'm sorry for 1 second. Let me check for 1 second. I'll be right back. How about that? Okay. I'm really gonna check for 1 second. Mars. So they believe that they have the technology to go and colonize Mars. What's to come of America? What are we preparing for? Is a disaster coming? You see all these hurricanes, these fires taking place in California. You see all the disaster that's taking place in California. Things are burning. What is their plans for America? What, not freak America, this country, this planet, in the next 4 to 10 years, where we are now moving to colonize Mars? What's really going on, folks? Like I say, is this a presidency of a new world order of a higher level that we not really understanding? Or is this a presidency that's actually for the good, for mankind, is really going to bring us together? This is one time I believe that Americans are mixed feelings and mixed feelings of confusion about the state of the world throughout this presidency. This is the first time I really truly think that the world is at a high level of like confusion. Like I don't know what's to come. And that's why I said it's very important for us to really stay focused and pay attention to what, like he said in his state of his inauguration speech, his State of the Union speeches. It's important for us to really pay attention to what's really being said and what's being done, what's being worked on. This should be like this with all. It should have been like this with all presidents. You know what I'm saying? But at this point right now, as we are in 2025, so much future right now. This is future. Okay, folks. See, I got specs on. I got glasses on right now, so I definitely know it's the future, because I always have beautiful vision. Now I'm wearing specs. Let me see if I can see the pending date. I can see the date a little bit better. Okay, folks. So me wearing specs, I know we deep in the future right now, because my vision was always good. Now I know I'm getting older. So as we in the future, we gotta know that the future will be talking about artificial intelligence. The future will be talking about Mars. The future will be talking about shit. Okay, this is the future. It's been a long time since a world war. So like I say, the future will be having conversation of World War III, the build up for it. because this is the future. You know, in all futures, especially movies, you know what I'm saying, it's always disaster or at a high level. Always. It's never peaches and cream in these movies, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to how the future really develops. So we have to really be prepared on that level, whether it's good or bad. I'm saying it don't matter. Is his campaign going to be good or is it going to be bad? We must be prepared for the good and for the worst. Period. So it's important for us to pay attention to this whole every day. These fires are still going on. This situation is serious. We must pay attention to people who are speaking out on these things, who we believe and know in our guts have inside scoop. Like we folks, stay on top of what Mel Gibson be talking about. Let's just keep a radar on Mel Gibson. He has some things he has to say that I want to know: is he in character mode, or is he just assuming, he just talking, or he knows something? Because the way he spoke about them fires is like, The weirdest thing about those fires, I know this is important because I was constantly saying, I wonder what's up with Tyra Banks when it comes to the Sean Combs situation. Why no one's mentioning anything about Tyra Banks? And I kept talking about Tyra Banks. And then I just seen Tyra Banks said that she lost her homes in the fires in Palisades. She lost her home there too. So I'm like saying to myself, are they really getting rid of evidence? How dark is that fire? Who cast that fire? What sorcery cast that fire? Was that witchcraft? Like for real. Like I said, like something. This is conspiracy Saturday for me. Okay, I'm in my bag of conspiracy for us to wake up on some real life shit. These fires that's taking place to me is like, what in the world? When they keep saying there was a lot of wealthy people, even before it, I was saying they got to get rid of evidence because Diddy is in a bad situation. If this man is really locked up, he's in a bad situation. They got to get rid of evidence. And they burning shit down. They said that the tunnels was connected. Houses, they said that it's a major underground connection out there. They might not have subways, but they have tunnels. The West always was digging. The West was always doing mining. For them to say that there's so many homes that's connected out there, we don't know how deep rabbit holes go with certain situations that's on the table. Y'all not gonna sit here and tell me that Trump don't know that Sean Combs is locked up in jail. Y'all not gonna tell me that the President Trump don't know that what Sean Combs is being tried and charged for. You're not gonna tell me that there's people that's not saying like that situation got to be deeper than Sean Combs. You don't think Sean Combs is not on the table? You guys don't think that Sean Combs is not on the table of the president right now? Why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not? A billionaire is not on the table who's sitting in jail for sex trafficking. No, he don't deserve to be sitting on the table as an agenda to deal with. No. So, like I say, things is happening, and this is going to be a very unique year. 2025 is just going to be unique itself. Look the way it's going on already. Leaving out of 2024, this is like if you look at the movie of America, the movie, 2024, from going from 2023 to 2024, just with Sean Combs in the music industry and just all these folks that now all the way to Jay-Z, it's like, wow, what the hell? Then you looking over here and you just watching. They said it takes 15 minutes to get from one side of where the fires took place in Palisades to the other. 15 minutes driving across, and that's before the fire. So that goes to show you how wide of a space of land has been burnt the fuck down. Like 15 minutes from one side across, driving before the fire, just a regular drive of land space that's been burnt up. I don't think we understand the how big that is, how much land that is. So now you know the 15 minutes across land space, a burnt area. What is that about? Because I'm not trying to hear that it just a fire that just happened. No one knows. And I'm not trying to hear some forest fire. This is homes. What was that about? So like I say, we must really be paying attention to what's going on across the table right now, because a lot of things will be affecting us in 2025 going into 2026. We must make it affect us for the positive, for the good. And that's why I'm really needing us to understand. We must make everything right now work on, even if it's supposed to be working against us, we got to figure out how to make it work for the people. So folks, it's time for you to really dig deep in the caring of you and start getting involved with some things that you need to get involved with. There's no time for people to be doing, complaining. It's time for us to really be coming up for, like the dude said, the little civilians, you have to get over it. There's laws. So we must be prepared for what's to come. We must be ready to understand what's happening. Because what's going on right now in the world is this is the best confusion state that I can think of. There might be people, no, I'm a Pan-African. There's nothing to be confused about. We need to build. Like I say, folks, even when you add that to the equation, it makes it even more confusing. This is the most confusing time in life since like probably that whole story with God and Jesus and the snakes and everything else. This is a major time of confusion where people don't know what's good, what's bad, what's working and what's not working, what you're supposed to be doing and what you're not supposed to be doing at this point. This is a big time of confusion. I can feel it. I can feel it. Listen, I'm gonna go a little bit streetwise. You had to do Keefe D, he get locked up. And now they talk about the Tupac murder at this time. Keefe D, the Tupac murder. That's all back into the air. And now you're seeing him getting locked up. And now you're seeing this Puffy situation. Just on the Keefe D, Tupac. Tupac been gone since 1997. Tupac, though. Things are trickling down. You'd be surprised at what's really happening all throughout the world. So when you see them loading up these immigrant folks and you seeing these guys, I hope they not lying, reading records of these people. You see this really happening right now so fast, and it's going to continue on for the next 4 years. You're going to hear like 80,000 been sent back to the country, 100,000 because so many came, 200,000. Can you imagine hearing those types of numbers? Can you imagine witnessing seeing some bad boy shit taking place? Like the real movie Bad Boy, you know what I'm saying? There's them finding real cartels of this shit really not being a conspiracy, but being some real shit. Can you imagine that? So we about to see something because over four some hundred folks done snatched up in this short period of time is something to really keep your eyes on. Just imagine them rounding up in this 4 years over 100, 200,000 folks who came into this country, they say illegally. About to be serious. So, like I say, just keep your eyes and ears open and keep your minds focused because it's time to really, like I say, pay attention to what they talk about. They talk about getting to Mars. We got to know why you want to get to Mars right now. What we need in Mars that we don't need to be focused on these lands right now. What's going on in Mars? What's going on in America? What's going on in Russia? What's going on in China? What's going on in the world right now where that flag got to get to Mars right now? We got to, if I was to tap out and see, and which I should have did, see what's the importance of, you guys check it for yourself. What's the importance of Mars to Elon Musk? Okay? And it's going to say he want to bring 1 million people to Mars and colonize. It's going to say some shit like that. This is what we got in office right now. People who have the ability to try to at least make these things happen. People who have the ability to try to make these things happen. That's power. When you have the ability to try to make something happen. So if you succeed, you still good. If you don't succeed, you still good. You just tried something new. So what you try? What's the newest thing you did? Well, I tried to get 1 million people on the planet Mars, but we couldn't get. We had the funding, we had the ability, but the land just wasn't. It was a sinkhole. But we tried to live out there. It was just a sinkhole, so we had to come back. We lost some people out there, due to some earthquakes, but we tried. When you have people in power that can try some shit new like that, you guys got to stay focused on what's going on. So this administration with Trump, like I say, I believe that the people should call him on these black jobs, and we need to get organized around that right now. Diversity, equity, and inclusion. I think that we need to focus on those black jobs they spoke on, get the services that we need to put ourselves at the top of that diversity, equity, and inclusion, get the resources that we need in our communities ASAP so that others who's here don't take it over it. You know what I'm saying? That's so important. Sherry Kite says, juggling dozens of balls versus Democrat craps. Only try to walk and chew gum at the same time. Sherry Kite came in with juggling dozens of balls versus demon craps. Only try to walk and chew gum at the same time. I wonder if they can make a bubble. You think they can make a bubble and not get it all over their nose and everything? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Walking and chewing gum is one thing, but blowing that bubble with that control, boop, make it pop in. Boop. They probably splat all over their face, like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, thanks Sherry Kite for the tap-in. First time seeing Sherry Kite. Keep the conversation going so we can get to know Sherry Kite. You heard? Jugging dozens of balls versus demon craps. You know what I'm saying? Demon craps. Let's talk about demon craps. Get me started on demon craps, all right? What's a demon crap to you? I want to get rolling. I want to be in the comments for a little second. You know what I'm saying? I'm freestyling for 50 minutes. I did. What's the demon crap? I want to holler on the demon craps. I like that. Juggling dozens of balls versus demon craps. Let's talk about demon craps. only try to walk and chew gum at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I guess these demon craps that you speak on, they done laid a lot of, uh-oh, they laid a lot of traps down. Why am I shit not charging? Why my phone not charging? Come on, phone, you piece of shit. They laid a lot of traps on the table, you know what I'm saying? And got the people to really fall in these traps. That's when I say it's walking, the world's in confusion. I want to know, like, is this guy Trump? Where's he going with it? That's what I'm saying, because it's all over the place, man. I want to know, because it's confusion right now. It's major confusion. I want to know why we look at the demon craps, you know, it's such a big, bad people. And then when we look at Trump, we look at a big, bad person. But then it's like state of confusion. Like when you do the polls, a lot of people saying that, yo, he's going to make things, you know, he's going to turn things around. But then when you look at everything that's going on, you know, he got the cabinet of people that can go to Mars. He got the AI. He got all this shit. It's like, do that sound like it's going to, you know, we're fucked for real now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, there's like, yo, the confusion is at an ultimate high. It's at an ultimate high. And so, like, right now, if this was Russian roulette. This was the game of Russian roulette. It's like, how do we gamble? How do we bet? You know what I'm saying? It's like we're on fast forward right now. It's like, how do we gamble? How do we bet? That's what I'm saying. We got to really take time out to know what's really on the table and figure it out, because we are at such a high level of confusion that is he the big bad wolf, or is he the good wolf? You know what I'm saying? He's still a wolf, but is he the big bad wolf, or is he the good wolf? A lot, and that's what I'm trying to get at right now. You know what I'm saying? Because we're on fast forward right now, where we talk about Mars. It's 2020. If this man can make it 4 years, it'd be 2028. 2028 when we be seeing the next person roll in. You got me, folks? It'd be 2028. How much future is that? For all the people who's born in the 70s, all the people born in the 60s, how much future is that? For all the people born in the 80s, for all the people born in the 90s, watching and seeing Terminator, how much future is that? 2030. Well, we are here right now, and when you say, Sherry say, oh, let me put that up there, my bad. And when Sherry say, we are on fast forward right now. Fast forward to the year 2028. Bing! We here right now. This live stream is being held in the year 2028. We in the year 2028. Do you feel different, folks? Do you see any Martians around right now? Well, we are in that time frame. They talking about it. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's a lot of conversation about the skies right now. So let's fast forward. We're on fast forward mode. What happens in those 4 years? Do we have an encounter? Do we have a big boom? Are we on Mars? Are we struggling in chaos? We're on fast forward right now. We're fucked for real now. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't know what you're saying, FF, you know what I'm saying? But you keeping up. You keeping up. I just want y'all to understand, like, where are we going right now? Is this the president that's going to make it great? Or is this the president that's going to lead us through this crazy speeding that we doing? We on high speed right now. Although we still moving in slow motion. That's what's scary. That's the confusion, folks. Like I say, it's confusion. We are in high speed, still moving in slow motion. What do that mean? High speed moving in slow motion is when those who have control of the casino and they playing the game on their level, and the people whose the game is being played on is in a confusing state and not reaping no real benefits and not doing anything. They just disposable. That's what I mean, slow motion, because they have not found out, figured out, and moved in their purpose. And like I say, it's 2028 as I'm speaking right now. We are be 4 more years in the future, and you still not in your purpose. This is the year to get in your purpose. 2025, we must all form in our purpose. We must move in our purpose, because if we going to go down, whether it's good or bad, we might as well go down trying to fight to our highest level. That means we now in our purpose. If fighting in your highest level in your purpose, you might not even have to fight. You might just get a victory because you're living in your purpose. So if you want to stop the high speed with the slow motion shit, and you want to get the pace back together in unison, the people who is on the bottom must rise up to the top. And that's going to keep the confusion eye level as opposed to unbalanced, because confusion at an unbalanced level, folks, is no good. But confusion at eye level, at least you making it work together. And we have to come up. I say we, because it's going to take us. It's going to take all of us to even come closer with the amount of capital they have, the power they have. So it's going to take us collectively to come together to form, to go against that Thanos. You know what I'm saying? That type of energy, that type of power, to match it. That doom, you know what I'm saying? We got to step it all the way up to that level, because that's the type of energy that we're dealing with. So stay focused, folks. Stop with the pity pat going on amongst each other. Stop with the fighting amongst each other. Know the rules, because we got, in order for us to change these laws and get the laws to work for us, either to change the laws or to get the laws to work for us, we must know the rules. What's the rules? Respect, unity, love, and engage in empowerment, okay? I like the word engagement, you know what I'm saying? So I'm throwing that in there. But it's about empowerment. So once we learn the rules and know the rules and move in the rules, which is respect, unity, love, and empowerment, but we must engage in it. That's what's going to get us through what's about to happen, because this is, like I say, this is one of the biggest times in life that I can remember us being confused. Because when you look at, I'm going to run through the presidents real quick. And I'm going to Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter just died. So we're going to talk Jimmy Carter. When Jimmy Carter came in office, I was alive. I was a child. I was in the first grade. That was the first time we did a vote. Well, I did a vote because my teacher had us vote. Who would we vote for? Would it be Ronald Reagan or Jimmy Carter? The majority of the class, 99% of the class, picked Jimmy Carter. This one girl, her name was Regina, I think, she chose Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan won, and everybody looked at her like she was some type of psychic. Like, how did you know? How did you know? Why did you vote for him? How did you know? And we in the first grade. We in the first grade talking politics. We really voted. The teacher gave us a piece of paper and we wrote who we wanted, and we put it on, flipped it over, and I knew what she did because I saw hers. She was the only person who did. And matter of fact, I think the teacher read them all off, to be honest. It was no secret to her vote. She read every vote off, and she was the only person who voted for Ronald Reagan. It was Christina. That was her name, Christina, not Regina. Christina. And it was so crazy that Christina voted for Ronald Reagan and he won. We looking at her like, yo, how you know? How you know when he won? Why you vote for him? Because at that time we was talking like Ronald Reagan was against black people. Because that's what we being taught. That's what all the kids, we not living in the same household, but that's what all the kids just knew. And that was way back with Ronald Reagan. Now Ronald Reagan loses. I mean, not Ronald Reagan, but Jimmy Carter loses to Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan's in office, and Ronald Reagan goes against Jesse Jackson, right? Or Jesse Jackson's campaign to go against Ronald Reagan. Or did Jesse come after Ronald Reagan? Ronald Reagan, or I could have sworn Jesse Jackson ran against Ronald Reagan, or he was in that election, '84. Ronald Reagan, he was president. Yeah, I think this was his second term. Okay, so then after Ronald Reagan, we get Bush. And for some reason, the world was supposed to went to an end when Bush became president. That was the chemistry. That was the atmosphere. When George Bush Sr. was president, right after Ronald Reagan, we was in war. It was like raw. It was the Cold Wars. You know what I'm saying? The Cold War. That was Russia going on. Russia. Gorbachev. Oh, burn down the wall, tear down the wall. Oh, all this shit. War, missiles. This was the years of military, yo. This was the year, like this was time where, yo, we really thought World War III was going to happen. We thought that we was going to be chaos. We just knew it. I'm sitting in the sixth grade. We watch a rocket go in the air, then we watch a rocket come tumbling down to the ocean, blown up. Need a new 7 astronauts, NASA. Need another 7 astronauts. That's what it stood for back then, because that's what we came up with. Need another 7 astronauts, NASA. I was alive during that time. We watched it live in school. Like, whoa, what the life? So, like I say, in my timeline of looking at history, we are so deep in the future. Now, I'm gonna keep it going because who was president at that time? There was, like I said, George Bush Sr. Okay, you have Ronald Reagan was still in office, and George Bush Sr. came after him. Then right after that was Clinton. So we have the Clinton years. I'm still in school. We having the war in Kuwait. Understand? They launched that war in January on Martin Luther King Day, Martin Luther King birthday. Launched it. I remember we was in school. We spoke out against the war. We voiced our opinion about this war. That's what we did. We voiced our opinion in school about the war. See, this is a time frame of me growing up. For me to be saying to you folks, like, we gotta know where we at. Are we really fucked for real? Because we are on a fast forward. We are on fast forward now. We are now talking about AI. When I was in school, you know, saying Bill Gates was making these type of computers. He was coming up with Apple. He was coming up with the programs. We had Microsoft. We had forgot the name of the computer, but we had those old computers. Apple was out. You know what I'm saying? We was the experiments. I was part of the generation of experiments of the computer. Understand what I'm saying? We was the experimental children for the computers to learn how to do code and learn how to program, all that shit, because that's what you had to do to get everything going. You had to put it in the codes. We that generation. Many of us rebel from that shit and getting back to it as you get older. I never liked it because they always said that it affects your eyes. It said it affects your eyes. I always had great vision, and now it so totally affects my eyes. Understand? This is real. Where are we going? This was now the 1990s. what I'm talking about. So now we have Bill Clinton going to George Bush Jr. The 1990s going to 2000. George Bush Jr. kicks off the 2000s. What we have, the towers get annihilated. Planes go down. That's how he kicks it off. And then from him, Obama comes in. And now he make the Transformer field folks is running wild. The Transformers is all over the place. Fast forward, we have war of which wing is going to lead for the future. See, that's where it's at right now. Which wing of the bird is going to lead the future? The future is going to be led by which side? That's what this election was about. And it's the left wing is about to lead. Now, we are so confused right now because what does this mark? You got the president who's against the transformer groups. He's saying that he wanted to be the candidate's a term of peace. He wanted to be the president of peace. Although he got AI in his hand at the highest level, he saw about Mars. Like this is major. This is like I say, this is the time of confusion. We are already in the future, heavy in the future. We left punk rock, heavy, you know what I'm saying? We left that time. We left that punk era real fast. I was born throughout that real fast. We out of it. And here we are now in the future. And when you look at the music, we look at the girls in our black culture, you look at what it stands for. This is the future. When you look at the movie Escape from New York, Escape from LA, when you looked at the future was in chaos. It was in dismay. It was just appalled. It was just like, why is burning fires and get out in cans and the world earthquakes and this and that and chaos and anarchy, you know what I'm saying? All this shit took place. What's going to take place in this next 4 years, folks? Are we going to have respect, unity, love, and empowerment? Or are we going to have World War III and Civil War and the war of artificial intelligence on us? Like I say, folks, that's where we at right now. 100%. 100%. Just last month, you was looking at, they had everybody looking into the skies. Just last month, that becomes quiet, right? See how quiet that went? Back in the 30s, they did the same thing. UFO sightings, 1950s, UFO sightings. Then it gets quiet. What's happening, folks? Where this president is talking about Mars. What's going on, folks? When Ronald Reagan says when the world might come together is when we are attacked from other species. Like I say, folks, with this AI, with this artificial intelligence, with these telescopes in the sky, with rockets being shot, with all the chaos taking place in the skies that we don't know what's going on, what's the trickle down from that? Things that we thought exist, is that going to show itself in this time frame? Will Trump be the first president ever abducted? And we know that he's been abducted because we watch him get abducted, like Mars Attack. You know what I'm saying? Like the movie Mars Attack. Are we about to witness a Mars attack, a Mars invasion? We talk about planting a flag in Mars. Are we going to get a Mars invasion? Like I say, folks, let's keep focus on what they have on the table, what they're talking about, and let's not think it's not. Let's not sit back thinking it's fictitious in the game. Let's know that these are laws and this is stuff that's been going on. Let's not get confused out here. So, folks, Whether this man's working for the good or working for the bad, we better work for the best. And that means playing all angles, knowing this field. And we can't do it by ourselves, folks. This is bigger than us. I really want us to understand this is way bigger than us. This is bigger than us. The animal actors probably know a lot more, just like geographers or people who study the earth. You know what I'm saying? People who've been studying rocks and people who've been studying Mother Nature and people who studying all sorts of things. Geographers, they know geology. They know a little bit more than us. We need all hands on deck to be able to tackle, to know what's about to happen in this next 4 years. Because after this guy, who really do they have that can keep politics moving in that certain order? Right now, politics is moving, it's popping. Remember, I just gave you the rundown presidents: Jimmy Carter, Ronald Reagan, George Bush Sr., Bill Clinton, Bill Clinton, uh, uh, George Bush Jr., Barack Obama, Donald Trump, Biden, black so-called black woman trying to come in order out of nowhere. That was crazy. And then you have Trump again knocking out an ex-president. This is their world of politics is popping right now. Like if you was watching this shit like Dynasty, the politics dynasty, presidential dynasty, if you really watching on that level, is moving up. Because politics was dull. Politics when I was growing up was dull. Although we watched it, we paid attention to it. Just hearing them talk was boring. Now, because you know a little bit what they talk about, our children should know what they talk about, so that we can all be on point with this. Because the more we on point with this, we'll be able to be with this fast forward shit. You gotta be up on each, you know what I'm saying, episode. You know what I'm saying? They, oh no, son, man, they up to episode 18. Where you at? Oh man, I got lost in episode 3. Nah, man, you gotta go back and watch all that shit. Yo, go back and watch it and then come get up to par. Yo, binge watch that. We need to binge watch this politics shit. We must binge watch politics. And I gave you the rundown from Jimmy Carter, the oldest living president, 100 years old. So let's just stay focused in that time frame. And right now, Donald Trump has a nephew, a descendant of one of the Kennedys who goes back in the 60s, and they trying to bring up the files of the 60s right now. We don't know what's going on right now with this administration. That's why I say it's best just to keep on point with it. Let's not show so much anger and hostility. That's not playing poker. Let's play the game. Let's not show so much anger and hostility, but let's always remain with that flame on mentality. It's always got to be flame on. But you don't display it. All the X-Men, they all still superheroes. But they still in human form. So let's not display that level. Let's know how to play this game. Yeah, Jimmy Carter is definitely gone. That's what I'm saying. So he's been alive for 100 years. So that's a good time frame to be looking from presidents, from Jimmy Carter to now, to know where we at in this future. To really be analyzing and knowing what's been going on leading up to right now. And it's important for this generation of human beings who can pay attention, because I did my first election with Jimmy Carter. When I was in school, my first election that I wrote down who I would vote for, I was in the first grade with Jimmy Carter. And that's for real, for real. It's taking you way back. Jimmy Carter against, not his first term, but his second term against Ronald Reagan. I was alive when Jimmy Carter became president the first time, but okay, so I'm going from that then all the way to now. A man who's been alive for 100 years, so what he's seen through his eyes, where the world's at right now, we got this president with a cabinet of people who bigger than NASA, who has power like to deal with the skies like NASA, who has powers to deal with the soil and the land and dig up oil like no other person that we know of, who has certain levels of powers right now. Are they good for this country? Or are they bad for this country? Where we at right now? And I'm saying we got to be on 100% alert, 100% alert, and on pointness, not just sitting back in fear, but I'm saying on pointness where we are putting stuff, we are going along with their agenda. And when I say going along, I'm not saying going along like we'll go, we good. Now I'm saying knowing agendas, and we are doing our work and putting together outside entities for it. That's why I say for these black jobs they screaming about, you want to send these immigrants away? No doubt. So where's our black jobs? Let's go get these black jobs. You say there's diversity, equity, and inclusion? Okay, let's go build on that over here. Let's send some funding over here to build on that so that we definitely are the forerunners in first place for that diversity because we have the tools and the needs to make it happen. So I'm saying right now, as this person is the future president, because from Jimmy Carter to now, that's the future. That was 80 something. He first became president in 1970, about 77, something like that, to like 80, because 82, 81, they ran up to like 85, you know what I'm saying? So from 80, let's just say from 1982 to now, is over 40 years strong, over damn near 50 years, damn near 50 years. Damn near 50 years of from Jimmy Carter to now. We are in the future. We are really in the future, Lee. We're definitely in the future. So we have to think of everything that we know of the future to be. So the future consists of aliens. The future consists of flying objects in the sky. The future consisted of you being able to see me as we talk. And see, this is all elements of the future. This is that George Jetson future shit. So we have to look at through the eyes of the future, because the future is now. That's right. It's been now. It's now. How deep in the future are we with everything? And then that's why I say it's spiritual warfare. So if you want to open up that book, just like a lot of books, mystery books and science fiction books, you got this religious book. You open it up, you go to the end, of which is the future. The end, which is the future. That's funny how the end is the future. They say Revelations, you see what they talk about within there. You say, damn, what's going on out here? And then you know where we really are in this world. So, folks, I won't say that this is a State of the Hood address, but this was just a mini address on the situations of staying on point and being more included. We got to find inclusion right now because that's where the solutions are. The solutions are including ourselves in what's on the table. So y'all want to know how we create solutions? We know what's on the table, and we include ourselves in what's on their table right now. But separating ourselves from the table do not do us no justice. Separating yourselves from the table is not giving yourself justice. Knowing what's on their table and including ourselves is how we're going to prepare for the future. So I need y'all to understand that. This future is where we are at right now. And for us to really know where it's going to go, it means that we got to include ourselves in the situations, meaning that we are focused on the situation. We are creating solutions within it. not saying we being complacent and compliant, but I'm saying we are creating solutions within what's on the table because we know what's going on. That's what's going to get us moving forward at the pace of what like Sherry says, we're on fast forward right now. The only way we're going to be able to get up with that pace is being included. DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. Because, like I say, it's later than what we think. The way we're going to build and organize is by knowing where we at in life. Do we have the power and ability to fully separate and get ourselves together? Well, who's separating? Who's doing this? What we talking about here? What we talking about here? And that's what I'm saying. We're going to create a civil war in our own countries. The talk that we be having. We're going to create civil wars amongst ourselves because we separating ourselves in so many different layers and levels. And when it's really a spiritual separation, spiritual warfare separation. What God you are serving? Are you serving that money God, that root of all evil God? Because so many of you are. That's what this is all about. Figuring out what side of this wall you really serving, you on. You really, you're willing to live for it. So, is this man working for the people, or is he working against the people? That's what we have to figure out. Like I say, this is the biggest time of confusion ever. This is the biggest time of confusion ever. You know what I'm saying? You look at how when he first ran, everybody was really trying to stay focused on their side they was choosing. Oh, F Trump, just because. But then, as the time went on, it switched because mad confusion came upon the people. What made the confusion? Seeing what they put out there, seeing the end results of that next 4 years. That brought massive amount of confusion. Why? Because the spotlight was truly now on the situation. It was a real spotlight put on. It was like a magnifying glass. A magnifying glass was put onto the people. And once that magnifying glass was put onto the people that you thought was supposed to be the answer, it made you become completely confused. Well, you scratch it and say, well, maybe he can do something. And then had the Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa, well, not Wiz Khalifa, but Soldier Boy and Nelly and everybody else saying, "Yo, maybe, shit." They never called my phone. They ain't put no bag in my pocket. I'm gonna go out there and perform. See, the confusion came about on a high level, and so now it's still moving on a high level. In a lot of urban communities, there's a high level of confusion going on. And we don't need to be confused. We now need to know that it's time for us to grab that horse by the reins because it's running too fast and be on top of the horse, either riding with that bitch or slow it down. Whoa! It's either riding with that bitch or slow it down. But we got to grab that horse and do something. We got to become the jockeys because this behold the pale horse type shit, this black stallion, whatever horse you want to say it is, this government is on fast pace right now. And it's either we get on it. It's like those movies where the horses and got the carriage behind it and they in the carriage jumping all over the place, and then you got the Lone Ranger, or you got this wild cowboy dude. He's riding on the side. Then he jumps off his horse and he jumps on the other horse. It slows it down. That's what we're gonna have to learn how to do, folks. That's the involvement that we're gonna have to do. Otherwise, you talk about separation. And if you talk about separation, you do know separation is going to cause another effect. Are you ready for that effect? That's the whole thing. That the separation is going to cause another effect. Are you ready for the effect? I told you I'm at finish line. I'm at finish line, so I already know. And what I don't know is I might not even want to know because I'm already at the finish line and know what it takes for us to do this. For us to do that, we must be in a position to 100% protect. And because it's spiritual warfare, that separation itself puts so much fear on the other end where they go automatically into protective mode. And when they go into automatic protective mode, it's destroy. That's what I'm saying. For the separation of us means a devastation over here. So, like I said, we got to know how to control this horse. We got to know how to control the horse. This is the time right now that we got to know how to control this horse. Trust me. And that means step into position of power. Before you can, I'm gonna say like this: before you can separate, you got to first step into the position of power. And then from Jimmy Carter to now, we never been in a position of power. Okay. So for us to separate, we must first step into the position of power. And what we have right now is we are in a time where we must step into the position of power in the lands in which we live. And that's the training that's going to help us to separate. Get that right there. For us to separate, we must be in the position of power. And when you look at from Jimmy Carter to now, Trump, we never been in a position of power. So we have not been properly trained to be able to separate, to be able to protect and control and defend and do everything we need to do on a separate level. Because once separation takes place, that triggers, like I say, the third war. Okay, folks, you guys got to understand that separation really triggers the third war, the big war. Comprehend that. So we must first step into the position of power, get into the position of power of this wild horse right here, control it for us to separate, because that's the training that we need. It's funny, and I thank you, Michael Spears. I thank you for that, because in my mind, I was saying just what you said as I'm talking about it, and then I said, let me see what the comments said. I know it's not too many people in the comment section, but let me see if somebody feels me on that. So real talk, iron sharpen iron. Whoa, and that's what I'm trying to tell you, folks. Hear what I just dropped. How are you going to separate the people? And let's look from Jimmy Carter's lifetime as from presidency, and this is 100 years of living. So 100 years is 1925 to 1820, from 1925 to 2025. When have we, as people, where you got people who would be calling themselves Pan-Africans and say we need to do this, we need to do that, when as people in this country or in any nation, any country, on any continent, that we separate and do for self, where we can defend for ourselves and do everything we need to for ourselves as a, not just a nation of people, but as a government of people. If we haven't done it yet, we must get the training. And the training starts, it's fast start the training. It's not like we have to do 100 years of training. Fast start the training means that we just got to grab that horse that we've been riding all this time that's out of control, grab it by the reins and get it to steer and be in control the way we need it to be in control. And that's the training that we must do. We cannot make no other moves until we do that. We must control this wild horse in the lands of where we live. Until we properly do that, everything else that we try to do is going to get dismantled. History shows you that. Because the power It's the iron that we must sharpen. You gotta understand. Yo, I'm gonna get spooky on you. You gotta look at this government from slavery from 1800, from 1825 to 1925. That 100 years from 1825 to Jimmy Carter's lifetime of being born. Well, 1924, 1824, 1924, whatever you want to look at it. I can't remember when, but you got to look at how iron sharpened iron. They had slaves. They did all of horrible things to those slaves, and it sharpened slaves to be able to be where we are today. We sharpened. Okay, so now what we have to do is take the horse by the reins and show and prove to ourselves that we can move to the next level. But as long as we allow the power to be and the power to do what the power want to do without us being part of the equation, we cannot leave and do anything on our own because it would be just taken, wiped away, destroyed, bought, controlled by everyone else. Because we haven't learned what total power is. Oh yeah, definitely. I agree, T-Bone. Elon Musk is the real vice president, okay? Period. He's just not that intelligent on it where he can be out there, but he is not just the vice president, but he's also the first the first lady type shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to call him lady, but he will be in that White House much more than Melania will be in that White House. He would sleep in that White House way more than President Trump's wife. President Trump's wife would be at Mar-a-Lago, while Elon Musk would be up in that White House. They making power moves. They got 4 years to really make power moves for the future. For the future. And whether it's good or bad for the people, I just don't know. I really just don't know. I'm gonna take it to you like this. When George Bush Sr. was president, I knew it was a problem. I was young. When George Bush Jr. was president, I just knew it was definitely a problem. When Barack Obama stepped on the scene, I was like, I was at a confusion. When Barack Obama came in the second term, I knew, damn man, he's bad for us. That's what I knew. You know what I'm saying? Damn, he's bad for us. When Trump came on office on deck, I said, yo, we got to pay attention. And people got mad. I said, we got to pay attention to what's going on. I'm not feeling the Hillary movement. We got to pay attention. Bernie, I don't know. We got to pay attention. Let's pay attention hard what's going on here. When he won, I was like, what's going on here? What is this? It was still confusion, but it was like, what is this? It was a confusion on a good and bad note, but really good. Mostly, it was bad only because if you listen to the brainwashing of the people. But on the inside of you, you kind of felt like something might come good, something might come good. And then when Biden came to go against him, and then you seen the January 6th and all this shit, my mind, I was like, damn, for people to really do something like that, they must really feel something deep. What's this deepness that they feel? What's this deep? Is it hate? Is it hate for people? Or what is it? Nah, it's something else. What we don't know. I got to pay attention. It's going back to the beginning again. Pay attention. So as he campaigned, he lost against Biden. Then Biden and Kamala come in office. It was no more confusion. It was like, yo, they are trying to destroy us. It wasn't confusing then. We know what it was. What the hell are they doing? They trying to destroy us. Gas prices at the all-time high. Britney Spears car breaking. Britney Spears running out of gas on the highway. What? Why? because gas price is too damn high. Food too damn high. And we were supposed to give that a chance again? Oh, hell no. So then they try to destroy this cat, and then he overcomes it. Like, yo, what the hell? Why he overcome it? Like, for those people who believe in God, like, if there's a God and he's bad, why are you allowing this man to get in this position? So we got to really just look at this shit and really, really, really take time out to try and figure it out. But the only way to figure it out is by what they say, keep your enemies close and keep your friends close and your enemies closer. So friend or foe, we got to keep them close. Friend or foe, we got to keep them real close, folks. That's the best thing I can tell you. Friend or foe, this 4 years, we got to stay well in tune and keep it real close and make it a family affair. That's, you know what I'm saying? I don't care how much you say, oh, F. I'm saying this is the time right now that we in this country got to make this 4 years a family affair. Meaning that, yo, you might not get along with them family members, but you there. So you know what's going on. You're going to know how this will is going to be divided. This world will, we got to know how this world will is going to be divided. Stay focused, folks. Real talk is happening right now. I appreciate y'all. This is real conversation that thousands and thousands and thousands of people need to be getting in. As long as you can stay with me, you're going to understand where we at. If you can stay with me, you're going to understand what I'm saying. And if you don't, you can question and I can put you on what I'm saying the best way I can. I'm saying that it don't matter during this next 4 years, because this is the biggest time of confusion that the world has been in. I guarantee you, a lot of people don't know what to think right now with Trump. And I know at the beginning when Hillary was going against Trump, I know y'all folks is, oh, I'm with my girl, I'm with my girl, I'm with my girl. And now, so I know a lot of you folks are now saying, yo, I'm with him, I'm with him, I'm with him, because the confusion is real. And then there's a lot of folks saying, I don't know, no, because the confusion is real. This is the first presidency where it's total, complete confusion. And I'm saying because of that confusion, it's time to grab that horse. And he's a person that we can grab the horse of we can grab the horse. We can grab the horse. Even with Elon Musk, we can do those. These are not politicians. Number one. So no matter what, their mindset is always different. It's business. Don't take it personal, folks. It's only business. We need to be at that table, of the business table. This is not a political table right now. This is a business table. This is the boardroom table now, 100%. Now you're seeing the United States of America as a corporation at the corporate level, not the political level. So do not think this is 4 years of political policies. This is 4 years of business. 4 years of business, folks. We need to be at that boardroom table, folks. This is not a political 4 years. Once y'all can digest that, then y'all can say, holy shit. I wish I'd known this years ago, because it's always been business. They made it political, and you believe in the politics. This is the first time that it's business, and they showing you that this is business. This country is a corporation. They showing you the business side of this corporation. All the way from him playing the game, knowing the laws, having lawyers, having money to pay for the hire lawyers to know the real laws of this country, to get it where this man said, I got to become president and I'm a pardon myself. Because it's business. As long as I have the money to keep paying off the people who we need to pay in this corporation, is business. So we got to put together our business plan, have our business proposals ready, and yo, this table is big. Yo, there's so many things on this table to jump into, but we got to have our business side ready. And don't think it's elegance builds business. It's about dipping into the business right now, getting involved. It's probably going to be easier than what you think, folks. This next year, this next 2025, I want us to prepare for 2025, because 2026, if we do things right in 2025, it's either going to be a year of 100% chaos, or it's going to be a year of major change. And it's going to be, yo, damn, it's smooth sailing now. It's either going to be major chaos or it's going to be smooth sailing. I need y'all to understand that. What we got to do is figure this out. This is a business 4 years. This is about business. This ain't about politics. Like they say, when they say common sense, it's business right now. You seeing business in the highest level. You looking at what's the budget for this? Or we got to cut this budget because we don't need this no more. It's business all across this board. Even saying we're going to change the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America because this is business. It's business. Even when he talked about, yo, we're going to shut Canada down. I know y'all are allies, but this is business. Don't take it personal. But the business they've been doing all this time, it comes to an end. This is business. This reason why it's about to be spooky for a lot of folks, because y'all don't understand the business side of this government. The underground dirty business, the illegal business, everything's about to be exposed to the legal business. Everything is on the table right now. And it's business. So when they say business as usual, no, this is a business of change. This is a business of, he said he's gonna make it great again. Well, and then they'll say, well, when it was ever great, when it was slaves, it's gonna be great if we grab the business by the reins and we control it for the way we need it to be controlled. But allowing sitting back and doing nothing while the business is taking place is disqualifying yourself from the table. And once you disqualify yourself from the table, you have nothing to say. And that's what I'm saying. So many of us always disqualifying ourselves from the table. Now is not the time to disqualify ourselves from the table, because this is the first time in history that we can completely take over the table on a dominant level, where we have 60 to 80% of the table at our discretion, for real, for real. We just gotta wake up. This ain't even about a color thing. This is about just those people who's down waking up. I'm saying that Black Man Rise Original Rebel, for us to have a seat at the table, our position at the table right now is to grab the horse by the reins. That's the Black man job right now, and slow this shit down so we can really ride this horse. That's our purpose. Big purpose. For us to be able to dip, our purpose is to get this horse by the reins so we can negotiate and prepare the table for the rest of the people, so we can now officially separate. The only way we can officially separate is once we know our purpose at the table. But for us not to be at the table, we're not going to be able to officially separate. Don't believe all those folks that is out there talk about, oh, we need to do that. No, we got to know what we got to do. We got to get control and power at the table. Gathering control and power at the table gives you power to be able to move on your own. But trying to move on your own and not coming to the table, it's like how they say, yo, how you gonna come into my town and you know you're not check in? So for us to try and check out without checking in, It's not going to work. We got to check in. And our check in is to take control. Once we check in, take control, then we can leave and do it as we please. But not checking in and think we're going to leave, you get annihilated. That's where we at right now. So we must realize and know that this president that's in office right now is a president of business, not politics, not normal policies. Things that you're going to be seeing is not normal because it's business. And monies that's going towards this and going towards that got to come to this. And the way you do it is you stop spending money on it. Meaning that you eradicate some problems. You eliminate some situations. It's not business as usual, though. So that's where we at, folks. When we at a good position, like I say, we at a great position. All we just have to do is realize what it is and play our position. And once we play our position, it's going to open up the door for diversity, equality, and inclusion. And then we're going to sit at the head of the table because the stakes are high. It's a victory here. And the victory is so visual. It's just that you have so many people that don't believe that they casting spells to make you think that, there's no victory. There's no hope. No, there's victory right now. I see the victory. Just like how they were talking about, TikTok. Trump was the first person to say we got to get rid of TikTok. That was back in 2016. Now Trump is the one who's saying, well, let's save TikTok. Like I said, it's business. That was confusing with me, but I realized it's business. Maybe they about to buy TikTok. You know what I'm saying? It's business. Maybe it's 100% business that we will never know of. But just know that this whole presidency is about business. And if you're about your business, my black people especially, it's time for you to involve yourself, include yourself, because diversity, equity, and inclusion is about you. Seeking to promote the fair treatment and full participation of all people, particularly groups who have been left out historically, underrepresented, and discriminated, whether it's identity or disability. So y'all need to wake up. So Tiki Tonga says, Trump about to really make America great. Like I say, the confusion is real because people like, yo, man, what? That's what the world's saying like right now. This presidency finna make every race money. You know the googly eyes? I'm serious, folks. He said he wanted to be at peace. He's about to die. He's about leaving legacy. It's like, yo, I want to leave such a legacy that we can go to the moon. I don't know if it's because we're going to destroy this shit or if because, we want to really leave a legacy. It's about the bread. If it's really about this money and this bread, not about policies, folks, get with it. Get with it. But know how to get with it. And that's why I'm coming here, because there's too many of my own folks that always want to put out certain level of spells. But I'm saying right now, our purpose as especially black men is to know how to come to this table. And right now we are at a position where if we came at the table jumping off, because the wagon is out of control. The wagon is out of control. Trust me, the government is out of control. The wagon is out of control. We got to get on our horse and run down this hill and then jump off the horse and jump on the wagon. Whoa, whoa. And that's going to be the order that puts everything back in right perspective. And then we can do what the fuck we need to go do. But we took control of the pale horse. Behold the pale horse. We got to take control of this pale horse. And this is the first time in history from Jimmy Carter's lifetime that we can completely take control of that pale horse. Hope y'all get it. Like I say, we gotta get our lanes in order. I said that from the beginning. It's about everybody. It's a race right now. This presidency is a finna make every race money. So, like I say, I said this. You go back to my first video for YouTube. I said our lane have to get in order. There's the Asian lane, there's the Spanish lane, there's the white lane, there's the Arab lane, there's all different lanes. And the black lane, the black people lane is out of control. And we gotta get it in control. Once we get the black people lane in control, and then we can really do this race, then the black people can realize their position in the race. It's not a race really against each other. It's a race to have the right power and control. Be in position to reap the right benefits. And then from there, you do what you have to do as a race. This America has always been a come up country. Always remember that. If you want to think hood, let's think of it like a hood. Coming from China, coming from Russia, coming from the Caribbean islands, coming from Africa. It's like saying, yo, like you looking at America and be like, yo, man, I'm going OT, you know what I'm saying? We got to come up. Getting to America is a come up. So once we understand that getting to America is the come up, why you think we had the war with Britain? You know what I'm saying? Why you think we had the war with England? Why you think that the American Revolution took place? Because we have the come up here. This is the come up. There's always been a come up. Whoever was the first people here, it was always a come up. When other people seen it was a come up, they was like, yo, we gotta come up. Thanks, Tiki Tonga, for on the tapping. Love, light, and respect to my native brothers, aka so-called black people. Glenn Robinson, I see you. Did the Indians get a come up? Did the Indians get a come up? Like I say, whoever was the original people here already had to come up. And when other people saw it was a come up, they said we gotta get over there because it was a come up. Whoever was here first had to come up. It was always a come up. It was always a come up. They took from the Indians. That's what they gave them. They gave them those casinos. What was the come up? The land, the resources, everything on the land was a come up. That's why they native people, they lived off the land. It was a come up. Everything was a come up. They ain't have to pay for nothing. They had to come up. The whole world was a come up. When everybody came and they started seeing the come up, they wanted part of the come up. The weather was a come up. The water was a come up. The land was a come up. The resource was a come up. It wasn't dry land. That's what I said. It was always a come up. I'm from New York. I mean, I guess where you from, Glenn? Where you from? I'm from New York. That's why I said it's like that's why I said I'm gonna use a little street talk and say like, yo, I'm going out of town because it's a come up. You from Brooklyn. Okay, so yo, if you from Brooklyn, understand my language, understand what I'm saying. The land, stop trying to be too combative, just understand. Okay. The land that was there, it was already there. The people who was originally there always had to come up. It was their land. They always had to come up. When other people passed through, they said, yo, that's the come up. But the come up was always there. That's what I just said. The come up was always there. I don't want to go too far. Just get what I'm saying. All right, the Europeans took a lot from us, man. But let's not hang our heads. Let's get this new era money. Not only did they take, but we gave it. We gave it up. You know what I'm saying? You can only take something if it was given up. Like, I don't know. Did they get Tupac changed when he was in the quads? Did they get him for his change? You know what I'm saying? When he got robbed the quads, the quad record station. What the hell do you mean? We black people weren't free. What the hell do you mean? We black people weren't free? When the Revolutionary War was won, black people were in chains and stayed in chains for another 80 years after that war. Fool. Who you talking to, fool? Uh, you're not going back enough. Talk about free. What are you talking about free? Where you at? What time of year is you at? Like I say, this was always a come up. The world didn't start with the Revolutionary War. The world didn't start, America didn't start. The America was here before the Revolutionary War. This country, this land was here before people. Whoever, the people that was here had to come up, no matter what. I'm staying what I'm saying. The original people of this land always lived on the come up. It wasn't until other folks decided to come and take over and come and bring their chaos to the come up. But the come up was always the come up. The come up will always be the come up. America will always be a come up. Even if it goes back to slavery, it's still going to be the come up. If it goes back to slavery, whoever got the slavery going up, that's what I say. Is AI the new slavery? Is AI the new migration, immigration? Not trying. Not trying to be just asking the question. I don't know what you're saying. Sorry. Black Americans, wake the fuck up. You are so not. You are also, yeah. Hello. Black America, wake the fuck up. You are also Native Americans. I agree. Who? Almost pressed the wrong button. I don't know. I can't even address that one. Nobody gives a shit where you from, dude. Why don't you name the university you dreamt you graduated from? Uh-huh. Who are you arguing with? It can't be me. So I can address that. They separate all native tribes and later the tribes turned on each other while Europeans watched the slaughter. They separate all the native tribes and later the tribes turned on each other while the Europeans watched the slaughter. They swooped in and enslaved our ancestors and teaching our young. That goes on across all lands. All lands are happening. You know what I'm saying? The come up is in all lands, to be honest. Every land is somewhere to come up until it become a desert. You know what I'm saying? And then even within the desert, you might find something that's a come up. They have the oil, but they don't have the resources to really grow vegetation. But like I say, this land itself is such a come up. Yeah, this land is such a come up that even when we gone, it's always going to be a come up. It will always be a come up. This land. Respect that conversation, Brody. They taught our young that they were from another continent. So here we go. They taught our young that they were from another continent, so they could yearn for freedom to place they aren't from. You're already home, baby. You're Native American too. My whole thing right now is I want this land. I want to jump off that horse riding. And I'm going to jump on that next horse and control the reins of that shit. And then, like I say, I want to dip over there and grab some of that and get back to what we got going on right back here. Because, folks, we need to till all lands right about now. Because all lands is out of control. All lands is out of control, and most people would understand that all lands just is one land. You know what I'm saying? It's really just one land, but maybe it's not. But maybe it is. Still confusion, folks. But me personally, I think it is. I don't think the world is as huge as what we even think it is. You know what I'm saying? That's only if you're allowed to get a horse. Well, a lot of people on their high horses in their minds anyway. You know what I'm saying, Glenn? This is why our black people stand on the block so much and rep their turf. It's natural. It's natural. Our native ancestors did the same thing way back then. Okay. He said, "You're a fool. I need to listen to." No, why don't you listen to yourself? What do you say? Take away everybody else's thoughts. Take away everybody else's book. What do you believe? You know that person? I don't know that person. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what do you believe? Genghis Khan? I need to listen to intelligent black man like Neil deGrasse Tyson. So won't you go get his read aloud book and listen to it? And like I say, then figure out how you can get to this table and be in your purpose, no matter what way you look at it. We got to get this table and fulfill our purposes. I don't want to be too sidetracked, reading a lot of this stuff. So I'm just gonna wait. Let me just do one last thing. Yeah, facts. You know what I'm saying? I'm up in that. So I just want to, like I say, reiterate everything I was talking about, and then we got 2 hours in, folks. We got 2 hours in. The bottom line is this: there's a table with lots of legislation on the table, a lot of agendas for the next 4 years, a lot of real deal business contracts on the table, from from planet Earth all the way to planet Mars. All right, that's what's on the table right now. Now, we can allow these folks to deal with it on their own and use your resources, use your energy to make it all happen, or we can get to this table and be part of this agenda, whether we destroying it or reconstructing it, building it, destroying it, reconstructing it, one or the other. But we gotta get up this table. And the only way we can go anywhere, do for ourselves anywhere, do for ourselves on our own anywhere, is once we come to the table and get properly trained. And which properly trained is fulfilling your purpose. And that's what I want you to understand. Fulfilling your purpose is the training. So as I'm speaking to people that look like me, if you want to get on your own and be for yourself and do for self as people that look like me, then it's important for you to fulfill your purpose at this table. And this is the time that we can, because it's business right now. It's not politics, it's real business. Real business. I wish all could get, let me see what Glenn's saying. I wish we all could get to the table and have a real conversation, but too many people don't want that. I agree, Glenn. But that's what I'm saying. It's not about everybody, yo. If those who's catching my live stream, you the wise ones, you the chosen ones. That's why it's important to organize and stay in contact and build and organize, because everybody's not supposed to be at the table. We have to negotiate for those people who can't make it to the table. Because We have to lead the shepherds. We have to lead the, I'm not the shepherds. We got to lead the sheep. The shepherd got to lead the sheep. Okay, so now what you say, bro? Quick question: if we never discovered the ocean 100%, how are we going to go to the moon? And that's the shit I'm trying to figure out from these people. But they probably discovered the ocean enough to know that, yo, we gotta get the hell out of here because what's in this ocean, man, is about to destroy us. I don't know. Wait, what? How old are you? I'm old enough to be. I vote. My first vote was for was when Jimmy Carter was president. I was in school casting a vote for Jimmy Carter when he was president. I'm old enough for that. Okay, not Ronald, not George Bush Jr., not Barack Obama in school. I was in school when Jimmy Carter was president. But how are we going to get to the moon when we haven't even discovered the ocean? I'm gonna tell you like this: the skies for some reason looks more pleasant than the water. The water, the ocean underneath that shit look like chaos. Down there look like chaos. Tiki Tonga, thank you for the subscription. Thanks for the subscription. No doubt. Next time I see you, if I don't do it today, you know you get qualified. I ain't seen no wrenches today. So Tiki Tonga, you know what? I'm just checking something out. Tiki Tonga, why not? You subscribe to the channel definitely. We'll be tuning in regularly, no doubt. Get into get into XRP crypto before it's too late. I was part of the organization. We was coming up with our own money, y'all. Our own coin, everything. This was back in 1998, 99. If I'm American, my first vote would be Joe Biden. Huh? Why you say that? If I'm American, hold on, sorry. The organization was called the African Stock Exchange Association Development Corporation, federally chartered by the federal government. Okay, we to become a government within the government. So we got the charter from the government, but it was a charter just like in Africa how they got governments within the government. Same thing was going to happen here, but our people was too damn ignorant and slow and too combative and everything else. It was so depressing, man. I was 18 when I was part of the organization. 19, 20. I was head of youth leadership. Man, I was 18. I'm sorry. I was 21 when I first came there. Crypto is where it is right now. Okay, that's what it is. And so what y'all think about the Dogecoin? Huh? What y'all think about the Dogecoin? That Elon Musk coin? Well, that was back in '98, man. This is depressing, trust me. So we go, that's why I'm here still, and I'm part of the generation still. And you're right, we gotta speak some positivity to our people, but it's gonna take us all because it's not enough. I got some in Trump's. You got some what in Trump? Some Glenn. I got some in Trump's. What are you talking about, Glenn? Crypto. You got some crypto in Trump. Crypto is where it's at right now. You got some crypto in Trump. What's the time in your city, and what are you talking about? Politics. Right now it is. I don't know. 142, and we talk about everything right now. We talk about this whole transformation of power that's taking place. We try and figure out where we really fit in. You know what I'm saying? Like the first said, one people, one love. We try and figure out where we gonna fit in. We try and figure out how we gonna take it. We gotta take it by the reins. We gotta figure it out. You know, like I said, this is not just politics. This is business. This is the first office of real big time business, billionaire business right now with the cabinet people, the people that's in office. So we got to figure out how we interact with it. Do we sit back and we be upset and mad because the people in office got major money, or do we figure out that we can what is wrong with this person? What time is where you at? It's 1:43 p.m. in the afternoon. We have to figure out where we're gonna be without being so mad and losing out on the business deal. This is a business deal we got right now. Oh, so you say Trump got his own crypto? That coin that that Trump coin is for his crypto now? Oh yeah, he's all in. Is that what you're saying? What's Trump's crypto name? What is Trump's crypto name? What is Trump's crypto name? Oh man. The Trump coin. That's it. The Trump coin. Really? So that Trump coin was really a real coin that he put out, and that is now a crypto coin. So once again, I ask the question: what y'all think about the Dogecoin? Because this dude told me to grab that shit like 3 years ago. Who got your vote in this time? Who got your vote in this time? I didn't vote this time. I haven't voted in a minute. I consider myself. I know you guys are a little new to me. Thank you for tapping in. I only got 3 likes. I need a few more likes because we've been conversating for an hour straight. So give me a like, please. Give me a like. Give me a thumbs up. Who got your vote? Yep. Okay. What you say? This person who got your vote in this time. Yup, also made a coin for his wife called Melania Coin. Yo, he's dope, yo. Yo, this dude, Trump, is dope. Because like I said, it's business. So I'm not looking at it other than like a business conversation right now. Because he is smart. He see the market. He knows how to play the market. Yo, when he was out there looking at the people campaigning, throughout the campaign election and stuff like that, he was like, I want to make some money too. And this man figured it out from the sneaker to the coins. He's Gucci. Like you said, like you just said, y'all know this, that he's about business, that he's about the bag, yo. Like I said, this is not a political campaign. This is not a political 4 years, folks. This is a business deal. And with business, it's not personal. So we as a group of people must figure out how to get to this table, negotiate some deals on it, on many different policies, and get the money to come in and get the respect for reparations to come our way. They made another coin called exactly. That's why Tiki. That's why I keep asking about it. I'm asking for a reason because I'm working on something right now. I'm working on something right now. This is the department I'm working on. All right, folks. The Department of Doge is the department I'm working on. They told me back, 2021, I should invest in the Dogecoin, and I didn't, and it kind of like moved up a little bit, right? But I still didn't invest into the coin. I still haven't, right? But now I figured out something to do to take to a higher level. Like I say, we got to focus on policies. So my thing is, I was so happy to see them put that department together. I was like, there is a God. So just because you mentioned it and smell good too. What the hell are you talking about, Glenn? I know that we're on the right track. So I'm going to lean towards this is a good 4 years for us. Okay, folks. I'm going to lean to that. This is our time to shine. If you know what I'm saying, if you look at that short, this is our time to shine. Okay, look at that little. I just did a little rap song, but look at that. Check it out. This is our time to shine, folks. I'm leaning towards of the confusion state to know that this is our time to shine with this new cabinet. The president of this business right now, this corporation, the president of this corporation right now, this is the best time for everyone on all levels to shine. And I'm giving y'all that for real. I mean that with my heart. I lean way on that side of this is definitely the time to shine. Yeah, I know, but it's all I do know this, but yo, they are geniuses, yo. I gotta like I say, I'm giving credit to what credit's supposed to be given. I'm not idolizing or praising. I'm really just saying, yo, when I peep that shit and I just peep the acronym, I say, oh, they are genius. They trying to market that coin. This is them doing marketing, high level marketing. And so for you for once you pick it up, this is them beating it in our mind, beating it in our mind. So when they launch this shit and they bring that coin back to existence, everybody gonna jump on it. The Dogecoin is about to be out of this world. I'm gonna suggest that y'all all get it, especially because, like I said, I'm working on something. Trust me, and this is not just for the city. I'm in Philly from New York, and I have a meeting on this on Wednesday too, to be honest. So I need y'all to stay focused with me on this, okay? So you guys who's hearing it now, I have a meeting on this project, this Doge project, Wednesday. And if I get the green light to really operate, we're gonna try and get it in all 50 states, this project, because like I said, we gotta jump on the policy, folks, that on at the table. This is what I'm focusing on. In 4 years, we try to make this $1 billion project. Major, first year is $1 billion project, but I'm talking about hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars. We got to get, once again, we got to jump on and grab the reins of the pale horse and whoa. Who's ready to come to the table? That's where we at right now. Perfume and cologne smells good. Oh my God, Glenn, you crazy. Stay focused with me, Tiki. Thanks a lot, for real, for real. We gotta believe in each other. When I'm doing my lives, I'm like even what I'm talking about, the project I'm talking about is right here. Let's see if I so I'm not fronting. Oh, just to see real quick. So I'm about to say I have a meeting on Wednesday. I ain't write that just now. Okay, this is for real. We putting together something right now for some census, and it's happening right now. I'm just being quiet. That's why that's why I'm doing this live stream, because next week I'm about to launch something. I'm going to need your support, because this is coming to the table, folks. Coming to the table. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they have their hands in that CBD and in the trees and everything else? Why wouldn't they? I know they do. I know they do. I know they do. Yo, I'm real excited, yo. I'm so excited. I can't wait for next week. Can't wait for next week. But I can't. Oh, I was just about to say I don't see a like, and then somebody threw that 4 up there. Good looks. I see the 4. I need a 5. Yo, shout out to that 4. That 4 is a fighter. Shout out to that 4, because I was just about to say it's still 3 likes. Damn, man. What's it? And then that 4th one, said boop. So shout out to number 4, yo. Number 4, you the shit. Now we can't play around. In the era before, it's got to know that you don't have no time to play around. So it's important for everybody to get an allegiance and an order, and start serving their purpose. In allegiance and in order. And don't look at words negatively. You know what I'm saying? In order means that in order just means, you know what I'm saying, it's like we all getting in line. Just get in line and get in line and get in the right order, and let's start moving. Hashtag for your page, hashtag trending. You know what I'm saying? We can't. Invest, yo, like I say, yo, we about to light it up. We about to light it up. We about to light it up. I can't wait, because this Brain Freeze project is about to be launched. Brain Freeze is about to be launched. Everything's all in place right now. The employment is about to be launched. This meeting that we're about to do next week is about to kick this off. That's why I made sure we had these on deck. This is what I call a stock and investment, because this is for the future. Things don't necessarily be for the second. I prepare for the next season, which is now. So now I don't have to say I'm trying to get flyers for this. We already have the flyers now. And for this season, the meeting that I'm doing right now is for this to be launched. And it's moving all over the place. So green efficiency. That's why it's green. You know what I'm saying? It's green. That's why it's green. You guys about to see something happen by April 1st. Major changes. Major changes. Don't be surprised if you don't start hearing me really talk about Trump on the level where I'm saying, yeah, I'm actually dealing with him. You know what I'm saying? Don't be surprised if you hear that. Don't be surprised if you start seeing that. So when the person says, which side you lean towards? I'm leaning towards right now, whoever's in office right now is the person I'm leaning towards, because they the person who has the power, and those are the people who I got to negotiate some deals with. Oh, good question. I might do a live while I'm doing it. Okay, so it's going to be Wednesday between the hours of 9:30. All right, so I might do a live Wednesday live. It's going to be a live 9:30 Wednesday, and it's going to be with the meetings. Okay, so I might do the live and kick it off with you folks. Okay, I might kick off this live with you, and if everything's a go, and I'm able to kick this meeting off with these other folks, I just got to get their approval. You about to witness something, and you about to witness history, because yeah, this is real. Like I said, this is real. 9:30 Wednesday. I'll probably be going over it again on Monday evening, because I have like a pre meeting on it on Monday, and then Wednesday I'll be launching it. So After the pre-meeting on Monday, I will be able to talk more in depth about what, if we be able to videotape it, I'll be able to let you know everything I'm going to be doing on Wednesday. And then Wednesday, if everything goes right on Monday, Wednesday, fuck around Tuesday, but I'm gonna say Wednesday, it's gonna be powerful, powerful meeting, yo. And we focus on the Doge. Okay? We focus on Doge. I appreciate you. But in the meantime, right now, this is, I think that's a good segue to say thank you. You know, so that, I think that's perfect, Tiki. I think that, damn man, those glasses do make a difference. Because this should look horrible. Appreciate you for sharing the valuable information. And like I say, my online people, all my online people, you guys are so valuable to this movement. You guys are like the ghost people. You the behind the scenes. So behind the scenes people is needed to truly execute for the in-house people, the people that's in person. So if I have some supporters and believers from behind the scenes and that can truly help out, make this happen, those people that's in the flesh, well, it's like a spirit. You know what I'm saying? You guys behind the scenes like the spirit. So you're going to bring the Holy Ghost to these individuals, if that sounds good. So thank y'all for your support. We got one I like every live stream to be able to give a wrench to somebody. So today was definitely Tiki Tonga. I don't know who Tiki Tonga is, but Tiki Tonga was definitely a well appreciated conversationalist who gets a wrench. And I appreciate you. Stay on deck. Tiki Tonga, female or dude, so I can know how to acknowledge you. Okay, I'll stay tuned, my bro. So I'm assuming that you might be a dude, but if you're a female, Tiki Tonga, let me know so I know how to there's only two agendas in the world, like you say, male and female. So I know how to address you. Thank y'all for your support. Glenn Robinson, thanks for tapping. We even had some conversation from Wait No Wait, or I think that's their name. What's their name? Wait what? You know, wait what? You know what I'm saying? Wait what? Like I say, we're in the state of confusion. State of confusion. Wait what? Glenn Robinson, thanks for everybody on the tap in. You know what I'm saying? This was a, well needed live because sometimes we gotta get things off the brain and also we gotta get things in the air. You guys gotta get it in the air. Put it in the air. And I put it in the air for reasons because this is not a time for us to be focused on 4 years of politics. We gotta be focusing on right now business. This is the time of business. So like those folks who's into STEM, this is the time for business. You guys got to get off your if you for the children, for the future, for getting STEM out there, this is the time for business. Come to the table and bring the funds that's needed for STEM to rise up for the next 4 years. Get to the table, get this budget for it. This is the time for us to get off this horse, a high horse. See, this is us riding our high horses. We on our high horse over here, and we got to get on the bandwagon. We got now, not the band, but the wagon itself, where the pale horse is. We got to get off our high horses and get onto the pale horse and control that shit. Behold the pale horse. All right? Behold the pale horse. And that's what I got for you folks. Okay, no doubt, TT. No doubt, TT, Mr. T. Know him, no he, him, shit. What? They, them, and it. The hell you talking about? I was talking, so I ain't see I ain't see this right here. I'm a man, bro. No he, him, shit. They, them, or it. He, no doubt. I don't know what the hell you talking about. I'm trying to get it, but yo, thank y'all for y'all listening here, your support. This is gonna be a strong year. Nah, I got you, my G. No doubt, Tiki. And where you from? You East Coast, West Coast? I need to know because when I'm doing the live stream, the right time, because somebody was asking me now, really, understand because the time frame. Hawaii, see, I'm like Tiki Tonga. So what time is it over there in Hawaii right now? Right now it's 2 p.m. Because I've been trying to tell people, a lot of people, I've been getting a lot of folks from all over the place. And when somebody asked me what time it was there, I was like, I meant to ask them where they at. Somebody asked me what time it was, and I was like, so what time is it? It's barely 7 in the morning, 7 a.m. Wow, dope, yo, dope. So right now, it's, wow. Shout out to Hawaii, man. If I can get to Hawaii, I'll be so happy. I was just watching Hawaii 5-0 yesterday. And it's funny, this dude was like, yo, isn't that your hometown? It's like, no, man, that's not no New York, that's Hawaii. He's like, there's no city there's no other city, that has the uniqueness of New York. I said, every city now is trying to get that New York look. Every city is trying to get that New York look. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Hawaii. The island food. What's one of the big dishes out there in Hawaii? What's one of the dishes out there? They say like New York is pizza, Italians is spaghetti, in Tanzania, by the Tanzania River, they eat monkeys and baboons. Barbecue, bush meat. It'd be bush meat, like in Africa, bush meat, Allen style barbecue with pineapples and all sorts of shit, huh? No doubt. We barbecue underground. Big ass pits. It's called a Yo, he says it's called a okay, umu, umu. How you say? Am I saying right? Yumu. Damn. So underground barbecue is yumu in Australia. Umu, umu, umu. Okay, no doubt. Umu. Shout out to the Hawaiian tribe. Shout out to Hawaiian folks, yo. It's so weird because this is some real shit. When I looked at cultures and race, you look at Asian people, you look at Japanese people, you look at black people, look at Indian people, and I always says, why the Hawaiian folks are never mentioned, and who do they fall underneath, or who do they stand above? But why they never like mentioned? Because they their own type of people too, and they American now. So Hawaii is a land in which I have always had, because I used to always watch Hawaii 5-0 at my mom's. So I always had a fascination with Hawaii. So it's dope to know a person from Hawaii. I had the person tap in from Peru, Hawaii, Africa, and some other place. The honest truth is we come from America. We natives too. And that's why, Hawaii is a 50 state. All right, folks. So that's history. We're going to continue with history. But as we speak of right now, I'm about to shut it down. So, yo, good morning to Hawaii. Good morning. You know what I'm saying? How you say good morning? This is how we know about the blacks or so-called African Americans are also Native Americans. Aloha. Aloha is everything, huh? Aloha. 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 Like I said, I used to love watching Hawaii 5 I was a little kid with my mom sitting there watching Hawaii 5. So aloha. And so how do you say peace out, or how you say peace, or saying see you later, anything like that? How you say that? Aloha is hello, good morning, or love you, no doubt. Aloha sounds so dope too. I haven't said that in so long, yo. I haven't said aloha in so long. Aloha, hello, good morning, and love you. That's dope. Aloha. And saying peace is mahala. You gotta put in the mahala uni. Mahala. I like aloha. See aloha. Mahola. Mahola. Maholo. Wait, no, it's not ha. Maholo. Aloha and maholo. Maholo uni. let me screenshot that shit. Let me screenshot. You didn't screenshot it. Okay. What the hell? The phone go dead. My bad, folks. Yo, it's doing me dirty right now. I really think the phone's it's on some corny shit. Let me try one last time. One last time. There you go. I think it took it. There you go. All right, got it. Study my Hawaiian language. How far was you from the fires? The fires that took place in Hawaii. Give us some miles. How far was you in miles? Was it far? Was it the town? What was it like? If you still here, Tiki, those fires that took place in Hawaii, what was that shit like? Mahalo nu. Oh, see? Damn. I'm on a whole different island, probably 200 miles. So the land of Hawaii is different islands. Maui, okay, the islands of Maui, okay, damn. I'm just sitting here just being stuck on a little stupid right now. So how many different islands are make up Hawaii? There's nine separate. Thank you, thank you. You see, that's what I'm saying. You already know what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? There's nine separate islands that make up Hawaii. And when you combine Hawaii, is it the same size or bigger than New York City? An island chain that makes the Hawaiian Islands. An island chain that makes the Hawaii. That's what I'm saying. So, do you know that history of the size of Hawaii, of the island of Hawaii? If it came together, all the landmass, is it the same or bigger than New York? New York is bigger, oh, really? All right, all right, all right. Wow. And we talk about New York City because New York City is an island, not the New York State. New York City, the island. So New York City is bigger because, like I say, New York State is a state, but we have that little city, and so damn, I'm going to take time out to look at that because that's very interesting. So Hawaii is dope. I can drive around 2 hours without traffic. Damn, that's dope. Without traffic, not out there. You drive 15 minutes, you're gonna hit traffic. Every 15 minutes, you're gonna hit traffic. Every 15 minutes you're gonna hit a certain. And if you got a day where you don't do that, man, you getting around lovely. But if you travel from like New York, if you travel from Manhattan to Brooklyn to Queens, up to the Bronx, to Long Island, some shit like Staten Island. I mean, not Long Island, Staten Island. That would take you like Man, if no traffic, you can move and do it in a nice time. But with traffic, with man, that would take like 3 hours, 4 hours. Hell yeah, easy. It take like 3 to 4 hours. I know. So many people can't wait to get out to the East Coast. Just like we can't wait to get up out of here. But trust me, you guys come out here, y'all probably be like, you know what? It's beautiful out here. There's so much to do, but I can't wait to get back to my island. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people you love to always visit once you come, and then you want to visit different states. But it's probably nothing like your island. Yeah, it's probably nothing like your island. Big the goat. It's big the goat. I can't wait to go to the East Coast one day. Big the goat. Greatest of all times. Oh, you talk about Biggie. That's what they say. But yo, folks, I know, I got you. I'm trying to figure out why this live stream says only 42 minutes in, and I know it was 2 hours and change. So I'm about to retire. So I just want to say thank y'all for y'all listening in. Whoever subscribed, thank you, thank you, thank you. Whoever gave the likes, that's what's up. I appreciate that. And on the last note, let's get off our high horses. All right, folks, we got to get off the high horse that we on. We got to jump on the stable. It's a runaway stable. We got to jump on the stable, and it's being led by the pale horse. Behold the pale horse. We got to get on it and slow that horse down. And the pale horse is this government, and we got to come to the table, and we got to negotiate some new laws and regulations and some new contracts because this is the biggest business time of our lifetime. In the last 100 years, this is the big business boom that we've been waiting for. And we got to figure out where we play, what position we play. It's good to appreciate the information lessons being taught. I appreciate you, Tiki Tonga. I hope I'm saying your name right. And yo, look, folks, Icy Dawn saying peace. Just stay focused. And see you when I see you. Hopefully I see you soon. But if you see me before I see you, then it's a good time. You know what I'm saying? So peace. The day I see you, man, it's gonna be a great time. But when you see me, it's a good time. Peace out, folks.